Welcome to JAYSTRAYS. This is episode 26. We're here in my garden before we start our adventure. You see this wonderful bee helping pollinate my Willamette raspberries. Look, what a great job he's doing. He's like an acrobat. So we've already pulled a whole bunch of blackberries. These are the Chester blackberries and the Willamette. All right. So we actually have a little recap for the beginning of our Point Reyes trip, which is JAYSTRAYS episode 26. I'm JAYSTRAYS, and thanks for joining me. That garden just keeps on producing. I got all my raised beds. The carrots were ready to come out. So we have Nanantes, we have short top carrots, and we also have heirloom. You can see this one's like green. I guess it was turning yellow. These are purple. These are beets. I got a full thing of blackberries and raspberries. I got some fresh dill right here. That's gonna go into a recipe. We got some hot cayenne chilies. We got a nice banana pepper. We got some royal burgundy purple green beans and a regular green bean. So thanks for joining me. That was just kind of a recap. I already showed you a little bit of the garden and what I was pulling out, and I just wanted to show you the tail end of this. We'll be doing loadout on our way to Point Reyes, to Bikepack to the ocean. We're gonna go camp on the ocean. Fitting end to the close to the end of summer, so come along. The adventure is rich. All right, good old JAYSTRAYS episode 26. Santa Cruz on deck. I outfitted it so I can bike pack. That's not just a jump bike, but yeah. So we're on our way to Point Reyes National Seashore. I'll plug in right here. When I went to the seashore in May, there was a monsoon. Well, we got to keep things as authentic as humanly possible. So we were down at the beach, and we wanted to try to get that last little glimpse of that opening. You know, that last little window of open sky in between atmospheric rivers. So here we are at the put-in, and we've got our Santa Cruz almost completely outfitted. I got to put another bag on there, and then we'll be heading down. Off in the yonder distance is the beginning of the they call it the Coast Trail. So we're staying at the Coast Campground. So JAYSTRAYS. So sometimes we stray into an atmospheric river. As you can see, it's raining right now. There's some water hitting the lens, so forgive a little bit of real scenery here. And by the way, lighting is limited because we're where there is no cell service or anything else. So this is just here we are, JAYSTRAYS. Soon. So I tried to do a bike pack trip down to the beach in May, but there was just too much monsoonal weather, and they ended up even closing part of the access road down to Limatour Beach and over to the disembarkation point. So I'm in the halfway point. This is like the Yuba Valley. It's pretty beautiful, pretty rustic. You get these giant sequoias, you get giant pine trees, so look at the moss on the trees. And I'm just off the freeway here, but the stuff that's just off the beaten path, that's what JAYSTRAYS is all about. So we're going to continue. We don't want to get too long-winded. There's a lot of good stuff that we're going to be showing on this trip. So thanks for joining me, and on our way, Point Reyes National Seashore. Thanks. Okay, So, JAYSTRAYS, episode 26, Point Reyes National Seashore. We've got Santa Cruz on deck. We're at the Laguna trailhead. That's funny, it says no bikes, even though on their website it says you can bike through here. So, kind of strange. But, yeah, we're biking it. So, we've got all the accoutrements, food, shelter, first aid, well, maybe even some entertainment. So, we're gonna get on down the trail before it gets too late here. So again, JAYSTRAYS, episode 26. Thanks for joining me. All right, let's hit it. Trusty steed. 1.9 miles to the beach. There's the story. Alright, here we go. See, there's the sign. Hostel, a third of a mile that way. Environmental Education Center, Bayview Trail. 1.4, 0.2. Coast Camp, 1.9 miles. Forgive the heavy breathing. This is got some elevation to it. See some birds up here. Could be quail. Yeah, it's quail. They saw me. Again, forgive my heavy breathing. It's quite a bit of a vertical. We've now connected from the Laguna Trail, and we're connecting to the Coast Trail, which will take me to Coast Camp. So let's get on it. Ladies and gentlemen, we can see the ocean. We're almost to our campground. Try to catch the sunset on the ocean. JAYSTRAYS, episode 26, Point Reyes, bike packing. Alright, so we made it. Yonder mountain seawall. We made it all the way. So we can see these wonderful flowers. Blue, only because of the sea mist on this wall. Alright, JAYSTRAYS, episode 26. Point Reyes National Seashore. Absolutely amazing. We got here just in time to catch sundown, or sunset as it were. You'll see at the beginning of the video, right after you see me picking my farm to table ingredients for our meal tonight. Right after that, you'll see I'll insert some footage of me when I came here in May. It was a monsoon, gale force winds, precipitation so high it actually closed Lima Tour Beach and kind of closed all access. But we're back. We made it. JAYSTRAYS. Sometimes you got to stray so far that you would be looking for a boat or a passageway across the water at this stage. But we're not kayaking the Pacific, so we'll leave that to another adventure. But welcome, JAYSTRAYS, episode 26. Saw him a second ago, but I didn't have my camera going. There's a sea lion. Let's see if he wants to pop his head back up again. Yeah, I saw him. There he is. See his head? There's his head. Boom! Just caught a sea lion in the wild. He's just all poking his head up like a periscope. Nice bit of sun. Milk it. Accommodations up and around. All right, so trusty number 5. Let's check out what we got here. We got our standard issue dining area, accommodating bear box, no wood, no charcoal fires. And then down here is Casa de la JAYSTRAYS. All right, so we're got a good little spot here in Point Reyes, the national seashore. We got the moon up there looking proper. All right, let's get this tent up. All right, it's a little dark out here. See if we can get this peak one put up. Join me. Luxury accommodations provided to us by Coleman. So this is the Peak One Cobra. We have 3 different Peak Ones. One day I'm going to preview them all. I do have a brand new one that Coleman just put out that I'm getting ready to preview here on this channel. But this is old reliable. This is a Coleman Peak One Cobra. Single pole construction, 3.6 pounds. One of the lightest tents on earth, period. Anybody can challenge that. Anybody, go ahead. They say it's a 3-season tent. Got that one beat as well. 4-season. I've had this from Florida all the way up into the Sierras. So I've done every season in this tent. The designers probably didn't intend that, but it doesn't mean we here at JAYSTRAYS don't field test things. And you know, this tent is stood the test of time. Single pole construction, one of the lightest tents on earth. Bada boom, bada bing. You liking it yet? Are you liking it yet? Peak ones actually are becoming harder and harder to find. There's a new line, obviously, like I just made mention, but this particular line, somewhat difficult to ascertain. One of these came out in the early 2000s. There are other versions. There's other Colemans. There's not other Coleman Peak One Cobras. Alright, this little guy is just jamming along, wind and all. We've got our banana peppers from our garden. We have our hot cayenne from the garden, along with some onions that we procured for Mom. Good old butter, we'll need that here in a little bit. Let's get some seasoning in there. pepper in there. And I like to kick up the spices. Get a little paprika up in there. That's right. Get all papped up. Get papified. And we got some regular table grind, as Dave Bunions calls it. Everybody knows Dave Bunions. He was in episode 1. Yeah, my road dog for the many years of me chefing. Oh, that's looking pretty choice. So we get our grilled vegetables going here, and then we got some other vegetables. This is kind of we're kind of like trying to have the best of both worlds here. Good vegetables, good proteins. Some carrots and green beans we're going to saute in a minute. Indeed, folks. Alright, so we got burgundy green beans. We've got beets. We've got green carrots. Purple carrots that are actually heirlooms, so you see they're kind of golden with the red outside. Alright. Some good old vegetables. Get those going. Already got our peppers off to the side, peppers and chilies. A little S&P. Look at those bad boys. JAYSTRAYS, episode 26. Point Reyes. Alright, so we got our petite filet. Doing a little blackening seasoning, because we like things spicy. There's a little picture of our peppers, along with our vegetable medley of green beans, royal green beans, green carrots, heirloom purple carrots. And then we got our petite filet going here. Look at that sear. Man. JAYSTRAYS, nothing but gourmet food, farm to table tech. Thanks for joining me. Alright, so we got our last ingredient. We're making a dill cream sauce to go on top of the steak. Right now the steak is resting. You see that nice caramelization resting on the bed of peppers and chilies, and the heirloom carrots and beets and green beans. So we're almost to the finish line here. Just trying to reduce this a little bit. Once this is reduced, then we are at the finish line. JAYSTRAYS, episode 26, Point Reyes, farm to table operation in the bush. Alright, a little tough to see. It's pretty dark. Here's the dill cream. There. Got the dill cream. You got the vegetable medley. You got the wonderful sausages, or peppers and chilies, excuse me. And then you got a little baguette with on the side. Alright, JAYSTRAYS. We're gonna eat and hit the hay. Thanks for joining us. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. Welcome to JAYSTRAYS, episode 26. Had a nice sleep in the luxury Coleman accommodations. It has rained overnight. It's actually raining at the moment, but that's to be expected with Point Reyes. Oh, look, a little bunny. Hi, bunners. All right. Well, we're going to start loading up. Very quiet and peaceful out here. JAYSTRAYS, Point Reyes, bike packing. Okay, well, we've got all our gear. We've left our nice dry spot on the ground there. And we got the bike packed back up. As you can see, it all nicely fits on there, and everything we need, first aid and shelter and water and power and just about everything fits on the Santa Cruz. Well, this is quite a rainy adventure. We've been going back up the coast trail from our friend Coast Camp. Anything good I can say is when it rains a little bit, kind of gets this sand to settle down where you can ride it. Sometimes the sand is too deep and you ain't getting through it. You can see my trail from yesterday. Oh, we got some more of our friend quail up here. They seem to have been accompanying us on this adventure the whole time. There they are. Run, run, run. JAYSTRAYS, episode 26. Point Reyes, bike packing. So that's going to wrap another episode of JAYSTRAYS at the top of the Laguna Trailhead. Did the Point Reyes bike packing adventure. Thanks for joining me. It got a little more wet than I saw on the radar. I mean, Point Reyes is always wet no matter what, but